picture. Polemic and no for
Sierra Leone, push. You might kill all this is for them. Hope for you, say.
This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, yeah, you feel what are they on me eye? We are the see me sister them, they die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them when you they see me brother them in the streets. Yeah, some they link they not, some lay down a guts at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask, they tell me say na kush, Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the house, they gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say not a kush. Me brother don't want before him time. Say not a kush. So we they use the old age my youngest. Say not a kush. The youths them just they die. Say not a kush. Sorry we say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die, push for die. We say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Hope for you to say, is it all?
Fumble them on a good evening, on a good afternoon, on a good morning. Any sign of the world also wanna happen for fame on herself. As usual, I hope life is treating you well. Life has treated you well. I hope life has been kind to you. For me, it was a hectic week. I don't know about you, but for me personally, it'll be a very hectic week, and I get another hectic week ahead of me. But in all things, we tell God thank you for life, not so. Indeed, we tell God thank you for life. Last week, I've been promising to say we go come back this week for continue for ask the question that, Sierra Leone's first family and the drug scandal, is it truth or is it a political witch hunt? Like, not to say we first family allegedly they inside drug business or get them hand inside, or they know people, or they connected to people where they inside drug business, or all this na fake story, na fake, na just badat. Because we know the country the way we come out, badat boku. The badat boku te a left. And so it possible say all of this na framed and they try for frame the first family, especially the president's daughter, Agnes Bio. Because if I take Uno back, now the story not new again to anybody. The 1st of January, we see a video followed by a photo na the church na home, where na the president in home outside he comot, where he dey worship that first Sunday day, where nothing where we all can do, not also. But shortly after, the First Lady of the Republic post a certain picture and video commonado not so long after a BBC report broke, wey dem say inside the BBC report say Salone first family, especially the president in girl pikin, dey harbour or dey in a relationship with a Danish drug kingpin, wey a kingpin wey mean for say na the Al Pacino of the drug business. And so we get for ask ourselves certain question then, wetin the BBC mean by this? Dem pull photo dem wey confirm the photo dem wey we don see, dem pull picture dem, this that. Some man say, not so true. We no know it una, even the communication, the source of authority na the country wey na the communications division, dem sef come and say dem no know wetin the BBC report dey talk about, because the president go church like everybody else and he does several events and is surrounded by several people. When me sef na also make the argument say yes, that could be a possible explanation, because sometimes they take picture, you don't know that they behind you, you know that they beside you, you don't need for no way in a church, you don't need for no other sit down near you. It not necessarily mean say pass you blood, na for sit down near you. Na church you carry, then you sit down. And I can take a picture and in my background there are several things there that they don't mean for say I get knowledge of them thing and the or the people them wey appear at the background of my picture. So that justification they make sense. But what it not make sense is, how come the president in young girl picking now? We see picture where look like say there is some form of entanglement going on with this person. Now some of them question they we left they ask and trying to make sense of waiting. Now we own country in stance on this, where we also see video. Now the respond where the same person and the president in girl picking side by side, then team up na the respond adjacent the president. So you begin to ask yourself, I don't know if there's some form of political witch hunt to this. Right now, we cannot say it is absolutely true that the first family entangled themselves with a drug law. We cannot say that. However, there is some sabotaging going on. The question one might want to ask is, who is doing the sabotaging, and is there a reason for the sabotage? I am just speculating here. I have no evidence, remember. And everything I say here, take it with a grain of salt, because I'm not an investigative journalist. I'm not a mud-cracking journalist. The one that when are the mud-cracking journalists, then they don't do the work, they don't pull them to we. But before we sit down inside this talk here so proper, I go want for give una an update on the Mpox. Now we country. Usai we there right now. And then numbers they are so not for be surprising to people them, because this is expected. Because remember say this sick here so it come off from one person go to another person. and so on and so forth. So as a matter of fact, expect the numbers to increase before they start decreasing. Okay, I expect the number for increase before they start decreasing. However, we continue for praise, say make nobody no loss in life or the life because of this sick. So make we go to waiting the Salone government health unit they say but the Mpox, and this na the last time where they update, because like I say na directly na their website, na their page, make you go take this information and then I do wetin you call amplification. Amplification will mean say I spread the word even more. Okay, so government of Sierra Leone Mpox update Sunday, January 26, 2025, time 3 p.m. So waiting we get so far on the Mpox update. 2 people them nabo get the sick. Nobody na Bont no get 2 people in na Bombali get nobody na Falaba no get nobody na Kailao no get nobody na Cambia no get nobody na Karen no get nobody na Kono no get as well. I'm just okay. As well, nobody na Kenema no get nobody na Koina Dugu no get 2 people in get na Moyamba. Putloko, 1 person get Pujong, nobody no get Tonkolili, 3 people in get Western Goal, 2 people in get Western Urban, 4 people in get we bring the total number of the people them inside the one whole salon we get the Mpox disease to 16. Now, inside them 16 people and they from the last time we give una this update to now, we get 2 new cases, and then 4 people then don't recover. Okay, 4 people then don't recover because una remember say last year I think said have been 12 people in total. 4 don't recover. And then we tell God thank you, nobody not died because of this disease here. So I will give una the breakdown according to gender. According to gender, na 6 women them get this sick here and 10 man them na they confirm get this sick here so 10 man plus 6 women bring and count to 16, not to so. So we continue to ask that if you get this disease or you get any of the symptoms then we don't talk now so, and we continue for the accessible now the health ministry then page do ya on a call 117, and the well body people then go tell you who side for go, or if they need for can take kuno. I sure say they go make arrangements for can take kuno. If you see somebody who is sick or you know somebody who is sick, we get this do ya una no manage go give am Panadol and paracetamol do ya una call 117. Very important. Next week by God in power I will give you another update on how things they happen with the Mpox disease inside the Republic. If you're wondering what I'm drinking tonight, I'm just drinking hot water, that's all. Now, make we sit down inside this talk small, because the thing is that there isn't much to do here. The only thing when we go to do is maybe ask questions, bring some background story, and that's it. Now, make we listen to the first video, where that video they come on as 7 news. Make we listen to the 7 news video, and make we hear waiting at the news where we come on inside 7 news about Josh Lydecker in appearance now we Republic. Let us listen. It's a very short video. We get some other one then we'll go play, but this one's so very short.
A major drug trafficking ring with links to West Africa and China has been smashed in Melbourne. Authorities have spent months tracking the syndicate after discovering a large shipment of amphetamines hidden in statues.
The drugs were packed into ornate ceramic horse statues destined for Broadmeadows.
The damage that these drugs would cause when they reach the streets is enormous.
Authorities discovered almost 11 kilograms of methamphetamine hidden in the statues at the Port of Melbourne in November. After a 3-month investigation, yesterday they swooped. The alleged ringleader, a 30-year-old from Sierra Leone, was arrested in Truganina. A 26-year-old Liberian man in St Albans. A 28-year-old also from Liberia was arrested in Wyndham North, and a 21-year-old Australian in Sunshine.
What we would allege is that this group are well entrenched in China and Australia, and that they are continuing to traffic drugs internationally.
Police believe the syndicate have been using a scatter technique.
We're seeing groups such as this that are what you would call spreading the risk by sending through multiple importations of drugs to add up to a much larger weight.
2 other shipments were intercepted last year, totalling almost 15 kilograms. The men could face life in prison. Andrea Edwards, 7 News.
Okay, so the reason we make a play this thing so now for make una understand say more and more Sierra Leone is becoming a drug haven. More and more, you see how crafty them become, then hide the drug them inside statues them. Inside statues them. Well, then thing we can call mask. And then they hide the drug them. And en route to Usai, en route to a country. In November, Nayaso as freedom, we talk about the motorcar wey dem seize. Now, I don't forget the exact place now, the US, with how many tons of fentanyl. Nayaso back with Sudan, I talk about another container wey land inside salon, where dem find drug inside. Now yeah, so we sit down back, we hear about how the Guineans then close them water to we because then catch 100 and something tons of cocaine. We left the shores of Sierra Leone, they try for cross inside the Guinean border. Now, yeah, so we left Sidom again. We hear say the ambassador from Salone to Guinea, how they found 7 suitcases of cocaine. Now, an official vehicle. So wetin all this mean? This simply means that Sierra Leone, whether we like it or not, has become drug infested. This means that Sierra Leone don't become a passage route for drug. This means that if we are not careful, Sierra Leone has become a hub for drug trafficking. Now, yeah, so we see a laboratory in Allentown where they turn kush. Now, yeah, so we see newspaper then where they placard how many bags and tons of kush where they seize, and different type of thing them where they take for mix drug them. So with all of that, I think say you will be heartbroken for make you wake up to a news where they say one of the drug agbagba them na the world, especially na Denmark, sit down right inside we nose na salon. I think say everybody should be concerned about that. Everybody need for ask questions for know exactly wetin they go on. So I want to play the other video. Make we hear wetin comot na the news of how dem take know say the person wey dem sen ten ce to 24 years na jail dey inside salon. Make we listen.
And for our last story, we shift our focus to Sierra Leone, a small West African nation that is making headlines for allegedly hiding a wanted drug lord. Now, investigators say that one of Europe's most wanted fugitives, VOS Leone'S, has been living in Sierra Leone for at least the past 6 months. He is a Dutch national and a convicted cocaine smuggler, and is one of the main players in the international cocaine trade. Now, he was sentenced in absentia to 24 years in prison in June last year by a court in the Netherlands. A Belgian court also sentenced him to 10 years in prison for drug trafficking offences and assault in September last year. After a long search, Dutch investigators say they have now traced where he had been hiding for months. How? Now, it is because of this video shared by Sierra Leone's First Lady on Facebook. The video is of a church service in the town of Tihun in the southern part of the country. And the video features drug lord Leone'S. Now, he can be seen sitting next to a woman who is reportedly Agnes Bio, the daughter of Sierra Leone's President Julius Maada Wani Bio. Now, some reports say that the president's daughter is in fact married to him. However, the relationship has not been confirmed by Dutch prosecutors. The president says that he does not know the kingpin, while there has been no comment from any other member in the presidential family. However, the investigators have confirmed the drug lord has been staying in Sierra Leone for at least 6 months. They say to get him to the Netherlands to serve his sentence is their highest priority. They have ordered a reward of over $200,000 for decisive information that leads to his arrest. Meanwhile, Sierra Leonean government says that the country's police are ready to collaborate with the Dutch government, Interpol and other international law enforcement agencies. It added that the country's president attended numerous family events during the festive season and has no knowledge about the identity and the issues detailed in the reports about the drug lord in question. Now, West Africa is a major transit point for the trafficking of cocaine from Latin America. Around 25 to 30% of global cocaine production travels from Latin America to Europe, typically via West Africa. Sierra Leone is suspected of being a shipment point for the drugs heading to Europe. Just days ago, authorities in neighboring Guinea seized a vehicle belonging to Sierra Leone's embassy and detained its occupants on suspicion of possessing substances suspected to be cocaine. Sierra Leone recalled its ambassador from the country and clarified that the envoy was not in the car and is not under arrest. Though it tried to downplay the incident then, it is again in the headlines for a drug-related controversy. Only this time it involves a Dutch drug lord and the Sierra Leone president's daughter.
Only this time it involves a Dutch drug lord and a Sierra Leonean president's daughter. What I find quite interesting is the fact that yes, sometimes when certain things happen, you want to leave it to your press attaché, you want to leave it with your chief of staff, you want to leave it to your media personnel to take care of. But when the accusation levied is within, right within, not only the doorstep or inside the parlor and the bedroom of yours, right as at the talk show, the president safe. Remember when this news broke, he not been there, Tom. He was out of town. The communication minister came and did what I would call one of the greatest faux pas in communication in history. One of the greatest faux pas. But who am I to say? What do I know? I know nothing. So, up until now, we know yeng from the president himself. Remember, this now you picking, you girl picking, you first girl picking and they talk about. This not a small thing, not a small issue. This has, it gets international implication. This not a situation where then they say, hey, you begin go jog, man. This not a situation where then they say, you begin allegedly married to a drug kingpin that is wanted internationally. Because remember, not to Netherlands no more one time. Not to Denmark no more one time. Other places they one time as well. And then the easiest thing you can come up with is that the president has no knowledge of who this person is. Like I say, it could be possible that the president has no knowledge of who this person is and that this person just accidentally happened for Sidonia in Peking. But did this person accidentally happen for take picture as well with Lideka Iyon Peking and Iyon Peking them? Was it a total coincidence that Agnes Bio Iyon Peking them plus Lideka Iyon Peking then just happened for Sidona the same role? And then just happen for take pictures them, not a picture, pictures them at different time? Is it just a total coincidence? Because that is what the state is alleging. That they know not of this individual. Neither is relation. But if you know not of this, we will come back to this video. As I talk, we will continue for play this video. But make we look at one last video. If you know not of this individual, what was he doing at your rice farm? Was this also a total coincidence? Make we watch the rice farm video.
Good. Okay. Yeah, Mona.
So again, you now say you no sabi this person, but look at the positioning of the video. This guy, they go na the rice plantation, they go cut the rest. The person where they right next to them, now you picking again. And then few meters or centimeters away, because I don't even think say that they reach a meter, make I just put a few centimeters away. Now you see you the president, now you did it. And I know for say, as a busy person, you are surrounded by people all the time. But as a father, though, if someone is that close to my daughter, I think I would notice. I think say I go take notice and I go ask questions. So if we even forget about this one, how do we justify the fact say this individual in our country, there are evidence of him having armed security personnel from the state, and also he has been seen with top officials then at the country in social places like Scarlet, the nightclub, one of the top nightclub them, where he even went into arguments you know, the Lebanese businessman, then go into some kind of dogodoro, say in armed security, then shoot the Lebanese man na in foot where he wound. How do we explain all of that? I think say the state gets more for tell we than we do not know who this person is. And I think say for the police for come and then tell we say this individual, according to their investigation, goes by the name of Umar Sharif. Uswan Pandi Sharif line them ifambulto. How he take get Umar Sharif? How a Danish man they go take get the name Umar Sharif. And when I say how a Danish man they go take get the name Umar Sharif, in mama no black, neither in papa no black. If one pan them been black, something have been for say he take name from in mama side, or na in papa name he whole. But such is not the case. I want to read actually Thomas Dixon in post on this issue before we continue. Thomas Dixon say, this na February 6, right? He say, Dutch Justice Minister said that the Dutch government has made an official extradition request for an individual believed to be just like the car in Sierra Leone, expressing hope for swift action by Sierra Leone authorities. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, William Fayaselu, said that there is no just like the car in Sierra Leone, and the individual in the picture and video on social media is Umar Sharif. Well, to ununa salon na Umar Sharif ununo. To the Danish authority na just like the car they sabi. So whether it go change in name or it not change in name, one thing is not going to change, is his DNA. And this is what the minister na Dutch says today the Dutch extradition request for convicted drug criminal just like Jeka was handed over to the authorities of Sierra Leone. I hope for swift action from the authorities of Sierra Leone and to find them on our side in this fight against internationally organized crime. I want to stick to the word internationally organized crime, because in as much as they say it could be possible that Salone don't become a hub of drug trafficking, drug transfer, remember that this is an international cartel. Remember that this is an international conglomerate. The drug trafficking business not a one-man business. The drug trafficking business intended are people that where they high up in our society, or where they are fierce lobbyists in the society. Most of the time, na the kinde, then they and the inside, facilitating, making sure that road, they get safe passage to the final destinations then. The one complication here is that Sierra Leone does not have extradition agreement with Denmark. But that they don't mean for say if they don't catch you an inside soup. The best thing I think for Sierra Leone to do is to hand this individual over. But now, who side we there right now? The last way we hear is that the Salone police say Umar Sharif, they don't know side there anymore. They can't trace them anymore inside Salone. So then they ask the Salone people them for make the Salone people they help them fen Umar Sharif. Not to don't follow this. But let's go back to the question of the first house saying they know not of what the BBC, Denmark, and other agencies they speak of. But if you see man they near you picking, they make sweetie eye to you picking. And allegedly, this Agnes Bio is said to be the favorite girl child of her father, which means the father must be very, very protective of her, which means she and her father have a very strong bond. And in that case, Papa them can be very, very protective of the girl picking them. You want to tell me say, and the thing is about our culture is, it no matter how old you is, your papa go draw you and say, Uda na this person. So is the first house telling me that they know one day call them picking for say, Uda na this person. And if you know picking no agree for tell Uda na this person, as a president, as a first house, as a first family way, the population they look up to una the expectation of una is so high, right? The threshold for make unu fail or for make something not look good is very, very limited, very small, very minute. Why? The question now is, why did you not investigate this individual? Why una no do a background research on this individual for make sure say this person where they come now on a family or they try for come now on a family in record clean? Some people say Agnes Bio was a target. How was she a target? If me no for say me papa hold high position as society, and my action, my moves, my every whatever is under scrutiny, I go be very, very careful and very, very mindful of who that I dey involve myself with, who that I dey talk with, who that I dey rub skin with, who that I dey shake hand with, who that I dey smile with. So are you trying to tell me that the intelligent security surrounding the first family failed to do their job? Because the first family is supposed to get security, as far as me concerned. And not only security, they also forget an intelligent security. Intelligent security we mean for say people the way they do research, investigate, check out who is in close proximity or trying to associate with the first family. Are you trying to tell us that that is missing in our republic? Because if that's there in place, I don't see how this person go can and infiltrate himself inside unu without una not sniff say something, una not smell something rotten small. And so few days, not few days, a week after this whole thing started, una remember say the person will share this video na the first lady. Was she trying to communicate something? Was she sending a coded message and hoping that that message could be decoded? I don't know. I just ask the questions then, because if from everything where we don't know now about this man in background and we know they inside there, we know they there with them all, but from everything where we don't know about this man in background, who that this man be, how from Turkey, how he associates himself to a very top of Sierra Leone official, how he found himself in a salon, and how he gets yoked allegedly with the president in first girl Pekin. And nobody is concerned about this, transnational relationship where they happen, and all of a sudden a picture, a video is shown of an individual, and there was constant showing of that individual in the video. Was a message being sent? Was a coded. Could it be possible that a coded message was sent, hoping to be decoded by the intended receiver? Could it be possible? What's funny is that about a week later, the First Lady come and say, "I don't know who that's not this person. Nobody no introduce her to anybody. So do ya make nobody no mix am." And then in best paddy, we can refer to as in big sister, where we all know as we Creole auntie, took to social media, and this is what she had to say. Make we read. So we Creole auntie, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, took to social media on the 28th of January, almost about 2.5 weeks after this thing broke. Now the media. He take to social media and this he say, "I can confirm that my sister, a chief first lady, Dr. Fatima Bio, does not know the white man who was seated next to her stepdaughter, Agnes, Bio. In church, she said, Echi Fatima was not introduced, and he put the not in bold. And when somebody put the not in capital, you have to look at two key consistencies here in Dr. Blyden's statement. When at the same statement the First Lady make, but in lay more emphasis and the way he write them for communicators and for them when they way understand English writing. When somebody writes in capital, they are laying emphasis. So you see, she goes confirm, which means with 100% certainty, without any doubt. She put confirm in capital. She put not in capital. And she goes absolutely does not know in capital. If you do not know this individual, how is it that your stepdaughter has several photos of this individual with herself? How is it that one of the pictures you posted on that very day of your stepdaughter wearing the same clothes in church, one of which the said gentleman Lydica was not part of that photo, and then the other one where you picking now in post, he been there part of that photo, wear the same clothes where we go church. Una all rub skin together, but yet you do not know of this individual. He said, "I can confirm that my sister, a chief first lady, Dr. Fatima Bio, does not know the white man who was seated next to her stepdaughter Agnes Bio in church. A chief Fatima was not introduced to that white man by Agnes Bio, her stepdaughter, or by anyone else that day. My information is that it is not unusual for her stepdaughter Agnes Bio to decide not to introduce her associates to the First Lady. So somebody they try for WhatsApp now. Say yes, na me post picture. But member say, you know, can tell me about in business. So me no know wetin dey happen there. They are not put me there. Na not join me. He say Fatima absolutely does not know who the white man is, nor has she ever socialized with him in her entire life. Fatima Bio, Fatima no sabiam, with an exclamation mark. So again, laying emphasis. Also, Fatima was not present at the Tehun rice harvesting where Agnes Bio is shown in a video with her dad, Echi President Bio. By then, Fatima was at a panel in the British Parliament as a leader at the World Humanitarian Forum. I can be freely quoted on the above. So, it don't wasan treat side. It wasan force and say, first of all, where in papa go plant rest or go harvest rest. I not been there safe. I don't know what you na they talk, but you na not see me there. I ain't picking go. Now, me, you know, one day introduce me to anybody. Not for talking about this with man. Me no one day see with man. I not ever socialize with man. Basically, what she's trying to say at that church and that service, na me and me man be sidon. Uda sidon behind me, uda sidon beside me, I don't know. Na me and me man asabi. It is easier said than done. Easier said than done. Because if later on evidence now can show say all waiting this affirmation say not so true, then there's going to be some serious issue of transparency. There's going to be some serious issue of who do these people take us for. And for the mere fact that in they come out and say something where clearly we don't see video evidence of Papa Pikin, alleged son-in-law together, has she not somehow throw her husband and her family under the bus? You know, somehow don't throw them under the bus, don't wasan and don't sell them a treat. Because being a mother, stepmother or not, your job is to protect your child regardless of if now you give birth to that pikin day or not. In times of crisis, in times of uncertainty, your job as a mother, whether or not now you give birth to them, for the mere fact that say now you na them papa in wealth. So therefore now you then sabi you as mama also. Shouldn't you be a protector rather than a saboteur right now? I don't know, me, I just ask question. Because that statement to me, and trust me, una know for say anti-blinding. You know they talk something way, you don't get sober pass open. Not so. So the question now we will ask is that, again, if it is a political witch hunt, where is it coming from? If it is the truth, who told the truth? If it is a political witch hunt, who side the political witch hunt come out? If not true, na who that tell that true dey? I wouldn't want to waste much time because we don't get all of the evidences, all of everything so far. We get the video, but I think say I not go do justice to the show if I not take time for make we read wetin comot inside the Africa Confidential that was published, on the 7th of February, just yesterday. I think say for wetin dey happen right now, we need for take time and read wetin the Africa Confidential get for say but this story. And by the way, the phone lines are open to all the viewers and listeners. The phone lines are open and you can call at any point in time for give uno feedback. You can call at any point in time to give your feedback or to give your contribution or to challenge me or to say, Matilda, you didn't get this right. This is how it is. So on and so forth. Make we read because I should say beaucoup people are not subscribe or are not subscriber to the Africa Confidential or some other newspapers them. But make I read this and then later I go do some more expose. Let's go. I will just wait until I see on a bigger screen because the letters are too small over there and I don't want for stream me here. So 7th April 2025, volume 66, number 3, online edition, Sierra Leone. President Bio keeps cocaine lord in the family. Now so the title say, not to me see amo dear. Mona no can talk bamba dear. Tomorrow say na so Matilda been say not to me see. I just they read waiting newspaper see. That is already out there. It said one of Europe's most wanted criminals is the partner of one of the president's daughter. Okay, so I had it, yeah. Is the partner of one of the president's daughters and has transferred his operations to Sierra Leone. Now, the key word here, not to even the fact that potentially this person could be a partner of the president's daughter. Now the fact that now then they allege say this person don't transfer in drug operation to Sierra Leone. We go lead to the question that is that the reason why recently we don't see beaucoup cocaine seizure inside Salone. Not to say we not been they see them in the past, but the reoccurrence of it wasn't as rampant as recent. Say we dey go find 7 suitcases of cocaine all inside government vehicle. Because we know for say most of the time when you get that diplomatic passport, where you dey travel, they know they search you. Diplomatic passport means immunity. So now, what does the Sierra Leone diplomatic passport spell in the world with this new revelation that potentially Salone now don't get a big alejo, the agbagba of the agbagbas, where they traffic, we don't bring in cocaine business can sit down inside the republic. We need to think about the implications of that, not only for una wey hold diplomatic passports them as Sierra Leoneans, meaning that your diplomatic passport was issued by Sierra Leone, but even just as an ordinary Sierra Leonean wey hold common greenback passport. You know, a friend of mine who happens to be a very strong SLPP person, who also owns a diplomatic passport, said to me, Matilda, after this drug wahala, the way then they look we where we're gonna airport them these days enough funny. The kind question then where then they let go per mortal man enough funny. And I said to them, we get what we sell and we eat what we cook. What else could I say? Make we continue with the article. The article goes on to say, Sierra Leone has been in a state of shock ever since one of Freetown's most astonishing urban myths was confirmed as fact. That one of Europe's most dangerous criminal convicted Dutch cocaine kingpin, Josh Lijeka, or Belo Josh, meaning Fat Josh in Dutch, is at large in Sierra Leone and believed to be running. I'll just wait for the shift to happen. And believed to be running his business there. Lijeka 33 was captured on video on January 1st, sitting next to and chatting with. This is also very important for make una take note of. Then say he was seated next to. Now with all thing when we don't talk now, we see and say it is sit down near the president in girl Peking. But I know one day talk say he and the president in girl Peking be even been the exchange words them in the talk. But now this article in the say seated next to and chatting with Agnes Bio 30, a daughter of President Julius Maada Bio, only 2 rows behind the president and the First Lady Fatima Maada Bio at a church service. Dozens of family members and top government officials, including the chief minister, which we could see clearly in the video, or whom we could see clearly in the video. Those writings are very small, so I always have to wait until it comes on my bigger screen for me to be able to read them. I'll be straining my eyes if I... Yeah. So, exactly. So I'll just take it from the top. Lijeka 33 was captured on video on 1st January sitting next to and chatting with Agnes Bio 30, a daughter of President Julius Maada Bio, only 2 rows behind the president and the First Lady Fatima Maada Bio at church service. There's dozens of family members and top government officials, including the Chief Minister David Senge, were at the New Year's Day Thanksgiving service in the president's home village of Tinhu, Southern Province. Agnes Bio is the partner. Now, me, they say allegedly. The article in the confirm say is the partner. Remember, these people do not start writing stories if they do not have solid confirmation of what they are saying. I just left and so. They say Agnes Bio is the partner of Lyjikers, and they have been pictured together in romantic settings on social media. She is a particular favorite of her father's. Remember what I say, the bond within a father and a daughter, especially if it is alleged that nine are the favorite girl picking of him papa. Let's take this back up again. She is a particular favorite of her father's, who has promoted her career in the foreign service. After serving as an advisor in the foreign ministry, she is, oh my gosh. Okay, so I have, the way it was better. The way it was better. Now it's all mumble jumble. Okay. After serving as an advisor in the foreign ministry, she is now accredited to Sierra Leone's permanent mission to the UN in New York. Africa Confidential has confirmed, and as such is immune from arrest or detention or having her bag searched on entry or exit from the United States. It is true that when you carry diplomatic passport, you are immune from being searched. However, in this situation, because of what's going on and the risk, and trust me, especially because of what's going on in the United States, with them having a president that has no tolerance for drugs, as a matter of fact, una know for say he levy 25% tariff on even Canada, and the only reason why he used as justification for that is say because the Canada borders they're not secure enough and they allow fentanyl into in country. Whether they not true. He levy another 25% tariff on Mexico for the same reason and more. For the same reason and more. So now just imagine now, Canada na country where get rules and regulations, where get drug laws, you know, anti-drug laws and things like that, and they strengthen them borders. As a matter of fact, $1 million has been allotted, or more than that has been allotted to even strengthen furthermore the borders them. Or was it 13 million safe? Me no remember. And then if you feel to say that burgundy back passport, because some people can call them burgundy, some people can call them red, depending on the color. If you fail to say as a Sierra Leonean diplomat, you will go willy-nilly in and out of the shores of the United States, especially with the president we then get right now. We don't get one appetite for yeri any of them kind of thing. If you not feel to say that red or that burgundy passport will give you complete immunity, well, let me announce this to you. You are sorely mistaken. You are sorely mistaken. It's not going. It has even started already. If you get paddy them when a diplomats them, where they use that red or that burgundy back, you ask them waiting and don't if they have traveled recently in the last 2 weeks or in the last 3 weeks, you ask them what they have been facing traveling to Europe or the US. Una ask them. If na liar, they lie. So if you feel that the best way for absorb you pikin from this embarrassment now for post and go obodo ibo, I am sorry. The world has changed, and in as much as the fight against drug is one that I don't think will be easily won, but there are safeguards, and some of these safeguards still work. There are safeguards, and some of these safeguards still work. And in the fact that now they talk about a country where, remember that we are, if not the closest to Europe for access Europe, we waters them the VOS Salone position. We are one of the fastest, if not the fastest route to Europe, and even some other country, then especially Europe. Definitely don't mean for say we are under surveillance, whether we like it or not. Especially waiting don't happen now, where it don't broke international news. Not only broke international news, the Interpol is on it. The Interpol will constitute of so many international security units from all over the world. Let's continue to read the article. Let's continue to read the article. The article goes on to say, Lijeka was sentenced in the Netherlands in absentia in June to 24 years in prison for smuggling 7 tons of cocaine, robbery, and ordering a killing. So this not only cocaine business, so the man also back, apart from whatever na racketeer, then say for thief, and then back he kill. So there are multiple layers to in jail sentence. They say before Lijeka was identified in Sierra Leone, Africa Confidential investigating the involvement of top government officials there in cocaine smuggling. So already the Africa Confidential been already done the investigate top officials then at the government or top officials then at the country about cocaine smuggling in Sierra Leone. Like several neighboring countries, Sierra Leone is no stranger to the cocaine trade. And then it points we to Box, whatever, C-Box, Freetown, and the cocaine anthropo, so the cocaine enterprise. And it goes to say sources in Freetown say the Dutchman took over Sierra Leone's existing cocaine smuggling network and deploying enormous bribe, recruited members of the country's national security infrastructure to provide logistical and security services. So the question I asked earlier, could it be that Sierra Leone has now become a hub, a center of cocaine trafficking? Could it be? I think say this article somehow answer that. It says, moving from Turkey, Lijeka ran his operation from Turkey until late 2022, according to media reports, when he disappeared. His presence in Sierra Leone became public after a video surfaced which was shot in the early hours of 1st January 2023 at Freetown's popular nightclub, Scarlet, where he got into a scuffle with Hussein Fawaz, the nephew of Jav Fawaz, a prominent Sierra Leonean Lebanese businessman. We hear, according to a police statement, the fight began after Fawaz attempted to calm down a quarrel between a security guard and a man identified as Investor. Nayeri? So just like that kind of investor and businessman, and investor and businessman Umar Sharif. So in AKA name na investor, in other name where they know am for, not to just like the cow. So the name where they know am for, where we go say na in legal name na Umar Sharif, in AKA name na investor. Okay, Lajeka is clearly identifiable in the video. He slapped Fawaz in retaliation, and in the end, his bodyguard fired towards Fawaz, injuring his legs. Now see, anywhere there is cocaine, drugs, there is bound to be ammunition. Anywhere there is cocaine, anywhere there is drug, there is bound to be guns. Salone, make we be careful. Ask waiting people and don't go through na Mexico with the cartel. Ask waiting people and don't go through now this other country, I don't forget the country in name, this other Latin America country. Where then na the, in fact, Mexico, they are child's play. Mexico, they are child's play. Then na the senior agbagba them for the cocaine business. Because people are not going to sit back and not protect their investment. Whether a good investment or a bad investment, whether a profitable investment or not a profitable investment, according to how you decide for Siam, that person day, that cocaine business day, that drug business day, now in investment. And the only way these people know how to protect this type of investment is through lethal violence. Lethal violence, we mean say, gun. Make we continue to go. Read. Injuring his leg. Also in the video is a man accused of being a key operative in Lajeka's operation, Alucin Kane, Sierra Leone's chief immigrations officer. So allegedly, Mr. Kane in don't below stente don't tire. More they go. Then say Kane has been MP for Nomo and Tonkia. We'll continue. I just give you one small second. We'll just then go to the partner the article. Okay. Yeah, at Tonkia Chiefdom in Kenema District since 2012, and a deputy whip for the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party before he was catapulted into his current job by the president. When the video surfaced, Kane was accused of being part of Lajeka's network. Kane denied the charge, saying that he was simply trying to separate the combatants. Saying no demo. in affect no more ingo separate, and did not know either men. He said he no sabi neither Lajeka, neither he no sabi the Lebanese businessman in nephew where they also been the faith. He said the malicious allegation suggesting, yeah, and I just give a small second, make we arrange this here. Okay. It says the malicious allegation suggesting that Honorable Kane was being associated with a wanted drug dealer are completely unfounded and fabricated to discredit his efforts. He added. As well as asking Kane to respond to the allegations about Lijeka, we interviewed him to react to Africa's confidential discovery from public record that he had bought 3 properties in Delaware and Pennsylvania, money sweet here, in the United States for $1.9 million between November 2022 and July 2024. Asking how he could afford this on a civil servant's salary. That July, Kane had been in the US to meet members of the US Department of Homeland Security to liaise on deportation of Sierra Leone'S nationals. Kane did not reply to our email query, but when contacted by phone, denied buying the properties, saying he would send all the evidences later. By the time of publication, these had not been received. Another local official also identified to us as a pillar of Lijeka's smuggling network who has linked, okay, just have to go back up a little bit. Who has links to the transport infrastructure of the country, but one we cannot name. So another person will get linked to the transport infrastructure of the country, but then say that person they can't call in name right now. For legal reason, they say because of legal matter, like courthouse matter, they're not going to call the person in name right now. They say according to members of Freetown's elites, Lijeka operations involve many members of the current administration linked to the president, whether by blood or otherwise, whom he has appointed to their present offices. The Operational Support Division, the elite armed military force of the Sierra Leone police, shepherds Lijekas around in a convoy of luxury SUV. We hear such escort may be rented by individuals, but this has to be approved by senior officials. He is usually accompanied by armed bodyguards, other sources say. If the man no get nothing for hide, he no hold nothing, he unclean. Why make he for get state personnel for the accompanier? Why make he forget armed bodyguards them with him? Discovery. After the incident in the nightclub, it took the Dutch authorities at least another 18 months to confirm his presence in the country. Dutch prosecutor told Reuters news agency on 24 January. In response to the media reports about Lijeka, the government of Sierra Leone has asserted that throughout the festive season, the president attended numerous events where he took, give us a second, people will be there shortly. We'll be there very shortly. Okay, where he took photographs with many attendees and has no knowledge of the identity of the issues detailed in the report about the individual in question. Fatima Bio also took to social media to deny ever having been introduced to the white man in the church video or knowing who he was. But a video recently surfaced showing a ceremonial harvesting of rice in Tinhu in October where President Mada Bio, Agnes and Lijeka amongst others can be seen harvesting bunches of rice. Lijeka is seen in close proximity to the president. The extent of the Netherlands' interest in Lijeka is uncertain. State prosecutor in January told Dutch media they had known Lijeka's whereabouts for 6 months. A spokesperson told Reuters that it is the highest priority of police and prosecutors to get him to the Netherlands to serve his sentence. We are doing everything we can in that regard. Yet the Netherlands does not have an extradition treaty with Sierra Leone, which, while it could voluntarily hand Lijeka back to the Netherlands, is not under any obligation to do so. Remember I tell Unadande previously, right? But for goodwill and for bad name's sake, I think the best thing they should do as a government, as a state, is to hand this man back. But now, like I say, and they ask for the people of Salone for help fend this man because they say this man don't know us. Okay. Where was I? Extradition, blah, 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 blah. Okay. A statement by Sierra Leone's Ministry of Information on 26 January said that the government has not received any formal communication from any country or institution regarding this Josh Lijeka. Information Minister Cherno Ba reiterated that point on television and disclaimed any governmental knowledge of that name. Lijeka has been officially wanted for arrest since May 2022, last year. The Dutch authority guessed he could be making between 840 million euro to 2 billion euro a year from cocaine smuggling. Before moving to Turkey, he lived in Dubai. So the man, they move around, right? And they've been following him, obviously. The government statement on Lijeka's concluded, the government of Sierra Leone strongly reaffirms its commitment to combating transnational crime, including drugs, arms, and human trafficking, and all forms of terrorism. We are resolute in ensuring that our country does not become a haven for organized crimes. Now, I want to read a summary as well, where the way this newspaper Africa Confidential also do about this drug. Yeah, so it's still there now. It's still there. If we go up now the report, we go see the one way I want read now, the one way title favorite, now just a one line in a nutshell, right? Just a one line in a nutshell. We say Freetown favorite daughter who went Dutch. Favorite daughters who went Dutch. I find it quite interesting because then they give a summary of presidents then picking them we don't go Dutch, right? So meaning that they in relationship or married to Dutchman, right? So the article say Agnes Biotati is believed to be a special favorite of the president who has several children by different mothers. Agnes is currently co-lead of the Youth, Peace and Security team in the Sierra Leone Permanent Mission to the United Nations and accredited to the UN Security Council as a diplomat. Now, I don't read Dande. Now, make we go and read the part where the article being referred to we as Freetown, the cocaine entrepot. Right, Freetown, the cocaine entrepot. I think it is important for make we read that part, the Freetown, the cocaine entrepot, because it kind of give we kind of a history almost, right? That's what it is giving us, like a history. If we want for column that a history, a little bit of a synopsis. So the article goes on to say Freetown, the cocaine entrepot. So cocaine smugglers have long been sending the drug to Europe from South America via West Africa, including through Freetown. And then point we to an article where them been right on that. That is too big. If you can now, an article where them been right on that way now, the African Confidential volume 48 number 13. It go on to say in July 2008, then Transport Minister Ibrahim Kemosise was suspended and later sacked during an investigation into the arrival of 700 kilograms of cocaine in a twin-engine aircraft plane which landed at Lunge Airport. He denied any wrongdoing and was not prosecuted for any criminal offense. Fast forward to October 2023, when authorities in Adswamp intercepted a shipment of 7.7 tons of cocaine hidden between soya beans exported from Sierra Leone. The first in a series of similar incidents. Last December, Liverpool-based criminals were sentenced to long prison terms after importing 140 million euro worth of cocaine hidden in bags of gari that came from Sierra Leone. So I just want you now waiting already done there for make una know for say this cocaine business, this drug trade from Sierra Leone and across, or from there to Sierra Leone and across, not a thing when new. On 20th September last year, a private jet with a fake registration number landed without permission at Freetown. It carried 4 Mexican and 1 Dutch national who initially refused to submit their documents. The captain, who claimed not to speak English, later explained that he had been paid $20,000 for a trip from Liberia to Mexico with the man. It was widely speculated that the jet had flown from southern America loaded with cocaine. But let us go on to I'm just waiting, guys. I have the feeling that the Africa Confidential made a bit of a mistake and did not finish. Okay, I'm just waiting, but the where are we? I'm just waiting. If we can go to where I left it, and then we can finish. Okay, I don't know it's in the gun. I'll just keep reading here. But the authorities apparently found nothing suspicious and later released the man after they paid $100,000 fine. Asked for comments on the incident, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration told the Africa Confidential that at the time it does not comment on ongoing investigations. On 13th January 2025, Guinean authority found 7 suitcases with 180 grams of cocaine and $100,000 in cash in a Sierra Leonean embassy vehicle. The ambassador Almami Bangura was recalled to Freetown, but the Guinean government would not let him go. We hear and only recently when the Sierra Leone Foreign Minister Tim Kaba came in person to bring him back. 5 days later, the Sierra Leonean police discovered an abandoned custom-built mini submarine of a type cocaine smuggler have used to transport cocaine from large ships to the shores or between countries at Black Johnson Beach, a farmed natural beach. The police concluded that nothing of security interest was found after they examined the craft. Experts on the smuggling said that once in Sierra Leone, the drugs will be hidden in containers bound for export to Europe or given to moles to hide in drugs in their person or in luggage, but myriad others means are used to get drugs to other destination. So una sorry if I not read that one day as fluidly as I can normally read. It's just I was reading it from my phone because it was taking a while and I didn't want to So basically, now this common at the African Confidential, and we know for sure, say, you know, the drug business inside salon, it don't turn bebe business. We know for sure say beaucoup people them they inside the drug business. Make we take a call, please. Make we take a call. This call go make a blow small. Caller, waiting on your name and who say the call from. Hello, caller. Caller, speak up. I know they hear you. You do your beg. Okay, we lost the caller. So caller, you can call back. We there so. All right. Call back. We there so. We're here. And so basically, waiting I want to say in all of this. I want to say that oh, we have the caller. Okay, caller, waiting on your name, please. And also you the call from.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please. Just waiting on your name and also you the call from.
I am concerned citizen calling from the Washington area. Good evening, Sister Matilda. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Good evening.
Good evening. Well, I don't know how to start with this, sister. I am mad. I am mad about this nonsense way they're happening. It's a nonsense in a sense that not really a nonsense. It's a very, very for me, this is a security, it's a national security breach. I look at this from a security standpoint. The security apparatus na Salone failed the Republic of Sierra Leone, failed the president, and failed the presidency. And put every Sierra Leone man around the world, side where it is, as a suspect. This is insane to have someone like this close to the presidency and the office of the president and the circle of the president without any vetting, without any basic vetting. The security apparatus in Salone, all this routine it'll go on because this don't go on for quite a bit. We demand that Parliament investigate this, and Parliament also should appoint an independent investigator with subpoena powers to be able to prosecute anyone at Salone. Because this is getting out of line. We need to produce drugs. We don't have the market for drugs. But all of a sudden, we are now a pit stop for international drug trade. What's to go on there? What's to go on with the security apparatus in the Salone? What's to go on with border patrol? What's to go on with customs? What's to go on with immigration? What's to go on with defense? What's to go on with police? What's to go on with military? These people are oppressing the basic rights of Sierra Leone'S, but cannot protect the presidency from international alleged drug trafficker. This is insane. Mr. President, this should annoy you. You should feel like you don't feel safe. You should fire your whole security apparatus, including the chief minister, including the justice minister. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. I will look on it. We demand Parliament and independent investigator. I don't mean independent, someone from America, but independent who they find them in a salon. We need a real investigation with this craziness waiting to go on our land. This should be included with the kush problem that is happening in our land. This goes up. None of it makes sense. Is this guy even a foreign asset? There's so much holes in this story. Nobody really tells the truth. Hence, we demand an independent investigation because we need not to just for hold people and accountable. We need to reform the whole system. The whole system needs a reform and accountability. This is about Sierra Leone. This is about the security of our land. After all the nonsense, so we don't go through in this country, we should prioritize security. Thank you. I apologize if my tone is anyway. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I think say people read the call of your message. I will go to the next caller. Caller, what's your name and where you call from, please? We get a lot of chat, I think, on Facebook, but a lot on our YouTube. So maybe we for the display, while we take the call, them to display some of the message non-stop. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Maltida. Thank you. I just listened to my brother actually try for look at the whole security sector, and he blamed maybe the parliament, the custom and stuff. Listen, this is not syndicate. I don't know if you follow really what's happening at Twitter. The president when he try for say they know the protect. He knows about these games. You know, in the ring leader, he knows everything. So who are for protector? All of them, their hierarchies, they are in the names from the security forces, the police, the military, and most of these guys in the top hierarchy offices. They know about this deal. When the government is fair, when democracy really work, and then time projects here they get a cartel, they get fake projects, they get a white elephant projects. Now that's happened in our country because we don't get democracy. This man blatantly is stiff the election. He planned this premeditated plan. You know what you want to do at the end of the day, and then see how you want to spend himself with. So this is not an excuse at all. They know all of them. They go and talk. They're right up here. All of them say they go and try for balance. This is clear. If you see the pictures, they're very clear. This is boldly clear. These guys don't really operate at this place for some time, and this guy don't involve so many stakeholders then within the country. Where they don't make this country as a hub for drug trafficking. In West Africa before, for me, I know saying that Guinea-Bissau, because they get on stable government, and they may traffic drugs from Brazil, so they talk Portuguese from Guinea-Bissau. Because by then all these countries are cool. But now, Sierra Leone is like now the leading hub now. This when this guy, not only this man, even the election, he said I spend money for the election, you don't need to go sponsorship and this. They will get this process all along with these young guys, all of them involved. Even some of the opposition members today, look at their behavior. Look at the people that now the other people that don't know anything, and they suffer. But this hierarchy, they know what they do. Then they have money, then they print money, the money within the circulate themselves and things because for the people. These are syndicates. The only thing, as the only as them, if you want to liberate that country, they will go for fight hard for make them guys come out of power, not to brand that nation again. You see, we go for brand that nation back again, let democracy prevail. But this kind of system, we don't work nowhere in the world. Who say a sitting president became linked to a drug lord? Where? You know, even the countries the way get powerful drug lords, the president say, look, Mexico. And Chapo, they get linked with the government. No, the government they hunt them. If they see the fighting where they take place between the government forces and the gangs of these drugs in Mexico. You see them in Colombia when they hunt them. They go back to government forces. And Sierra Leone, the government forces, look at the former immigration official, what they give them most part. Now this kind of according to all the resources, the world they get, which I get them most part. Not only them pull it, they say, go make go become anti-drug squad, a head of the drug squad. You don't bring that program in that. So the way they move in America, you know, even the practice law, Sierra Leone, they say na lawyer. Look at from immigration to drug enforcement agency as a leader. We don't the one way he puts the back himself in a partner with the man, and they see that club soon. Imagine this. Then this is my brother, the talk say the president for fire, this for fire. The president know everything, the brother. If you follow the story, make you know exactly what happened. You know, this is a disgrace for our nation. For one who gets such forces like this sort of greed, taking family, they all put in a strategic position, including picking them, in your siblings. Imagine this young lady, what she said about United Nations. These are the kind of things what they get. When you get somebody who not get to understand, who not get governance experience, who not mean good, who not get that ability, now then people they are, now then kind people like they deal with, now drugs they deal with, now counterfeit money they deal with, for make it sustain. We don't know that one day. They fake the projects there. White elephant projects. Thank you very much, my dear. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colin. See, the one thing where I want to explain now so is that right now the president in family they in hot waters. Right now kind of like where you can say that thing where we get na salon where then can say na me on densi, na me on densi, na me on densi, na me on densi. Then take them on then lock na box so but na me on densi. Then take them on then lock na box so but na me on densi. The truth is that, make I say, Mother build on the power now for the last, give or take, 6 years, right? 6 or 7 years. I'm not counting. But the truth is that Sierra Leone has become a drug corridor for the past 2 decades, or over the past 2 decades. What is different now is that, like I said, the volume and the frequency now different now. Sierra Leone, amongst other West African countries, is a country that's been caught up in this international or transnational drug crime, or drug cartel, or drug ring, right? And unfortunately for country like Salone, we are the country where the closest to Latin America. And we also there because of how we water and how we situated on the map. We also there as well close to Europe. Not to say na Salone one grain they get this issue of drug. Then they face na Senegal. All callers, hold on, make I done this thoughts, and then I go take on a call them. Then they face na Senegal, then they face na Liberia, then they face na Cote d'Ivoire and everything. But they have put structures in place for structures where they call safeguard, for minimize the frequency. Whereas in Salone, me not believe say we get safeguards them, or if we do, it means that our safeguards are not working and we need for review. We safeguards them. Because the truth is that so long as the demand for cocaine continue for rise, because they say demand and supply. Demand na they create supply, not to so. So long as the demand for cocaine continue for rise, Sierra Leone is going to become, much more, a corridor for the trafficking of drugs. Because, again, like I say, because of how and usai we country position. So if the security apparatus na Sierra Leone not tie them oja and hold them belts, land here and sea, we are continuously going to see more of this and even more dangerous and lethal ones. Lethal, when I say more dangerous and lethal, we go begin see activities them wey sometimes na we lunge airport or na we water them, we dey see gun exchanges them. The one way una see na Black Johnson, where then they tell una for say it is nothing. Don't take it as it is nothing, because it is something. As usual in Sierra Leone, where something happen, it is either someone is there to record the evidence and let it out, or later on down the road, you find out the truth. Make I go to the caller. Caller, waiting on your name and also they call from.
Hello, Ina Lavali, I dey call from Ohio.
Please go ahead.
I want to give me comment on this topic. I can really agree with you, Mrs. Matilda. Miss Matilda, I'm sorry, but I just say Madam Matilda. I think you are on point for really express that this drug situation has infested Sierra Leone from personally me, from where I learned from politics and Salone. Drugs have been existing in that country. Seriously, it comes to evidence inside by Chroma regime. Inside Lunge, I have, anybody want to challenge me, I have 5 people, politicians inside Lunge, the township of Lunge, even current politicians who are infested in cocaine and drug-related business. And as I talk to you, so I have people inside Lunge Township where just have recently come out of Paneba prison due to drug-related arrests. They have been paralyzed. They know they function well health-wise. This drug is not situation we will take them for life. Now the current government, many of these APC politicians, including SFPP politicians and private Sierra Leone'S, have been dwelled into the drug from century. It's just that technology is exposing them due to evidences and reports. But this, not only this regime, and this regime still left, the drug trade will continue. Because inside the airport, the politicians inside Lunge, I'm going to name them up to 5. As I'm talking to you, so they are trading in cocaine. APC politicians, including perpetrators of private individuals. As I'm talking to you, so there's a lady lying down in the hospital in Connaught due to drug, a shipment from Senegal, bring a car, and it takes time and he overdose himself. They go catch him inside house. So this, it don't infest the entire Sierra Leone. Now, only by the grace of God, we go root them out. And the security apparatus themselves, they are part and parcel of this situation. The politicians are aiding and abetting the entire situation. APC, opposition, what have you, they are all into this. If they know they talk thing, now because they no one made them expose them backyard or the secret. And as they talk so, some of we, when they see these situations, when they expose them openly. And this is wrong. If they try for root out the drug, more focus on rooting out the drug entirely from the nation, make we know say it affect everybody in the country. Because if they single-handedly identify whether they come with them, everybody, when a private individual, when some of them, they're in Europe, America, they ship drugs. So it's just like Matilda talk, for saying now the BO in first lady, first family, now they now name they na public. But you have private individuals. They are still doing the trade secretly. They are doing these activities. So this is a problem. BO common and this government, new government come, the same thing they continue because it has been a trade. It will continue. It's wrong. It should not be done. And it's
Okay. So you 3 minutes up, and so the buzz have been done gone. I will go to the next caller. Caller, waiting on your name and who they call from, please.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. I apologize for calling back. I just want to respond to our earlier brother that after I spoke about this from a security aspect and called for the firing of department heads, my brother taken in a different way. Number one, we need to look at this from a partisan Sierra Leone politics. Number two, my brother, you talk of democracy. What you mean call for that the democratic way set up by our constitution to investigate something like this. You allege say this go to the presidency, fine. Now you make a call for independent, credible investigation, parallel with parliament investigation. That is not the constitutional order, that is not the democratic way of doing it. Not for just accuse people. Let's get to the bottom of this, because this is beyond politics. This is beyond politics. Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get a credible, independent investigators to investigate this, because this transcends just this president or this government. Not to today this start. So we need to clean this up. Of course, the security apparatus is part of it. Hence, some brothers, some people, some Sierra Leonean believe even our parliamentarians and every part of the institution in Sierra Leone are part of it, including the business people. Hence, we need a credible, independent investigator to investigate all this, with the power to be able to subpoena people and prosecute people. We need to get to the bottom of this. This is not a bandage thing that we need to just bandage and move on. These have real consequences. When you say the push consequences, not Salone. Don't forget partisan of this. Forget the partisan politics about this. This is about the security and the welfare of our people. I don't care. I don't care for SLP or APC. I don't give a damn about these two parties. I will go as far if we have a real leadership what will institute death penalty for cocaine and drug trafficking. But my point is that it's for make that brother realize this is bigger than the Salone government. This is way bigger than even the Salone government with the corrupt security apparatus. This is bigger than that. The future foreign intelligence and foreign other DA and the like are not all part of this. You know what's in the go on? This is way bigger than the surface. What would you look at? Hence, we need credible investigation. Anyway, I'll go stop there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. But just like we have been they say, today now the current administration, and also because it's inside the first family then also na den yon den see. But like I say, this drug business, especially the intensification of Sierra Leone being a corridor from Latin America to Europe and vice versa, don't they happen in the last 2 decades or over the last 2 decades in Sierra Leone? And we certainly know that Sierra Leone has not been ruled by the BO regime in the last 2 decades, right? So therefore, make we look at make a draw on our mind back, right? Because we Sierra Leoneans, then we quick for point finger and we also quick for forget what been done happen in the past, right? In 2008, right, remember the 600 kilograms of cocaine worth $35 million where them in Kechna Lunge airport not to so. Inside that plane they will land na Lunge airport. They may get 350 rounds of ammunition. Now listen to me, 350 rounds of ammunition and 5 automatic rifle. Who that give the plane permission for land? And I was saying this now in 2008. Who that been there na the power in 2008? 10 people were arrested, including local and foreign nationals, including somebody in name way I no go call. And the reason we make I no go call the person in name, I have my reason why. But if you no go back, I send una to 2008 Lunge, you go back remember waiting happen. 2 years later in 2010, we from WikiLeaks we get for no for say the then president where we already know for saying have been President Koroma not so. The then president asked the police not to investigate the transport minister, the person when have been the transport minister at the time, right, where the 600 grams of cocaine land inside Lunge airport, where worth $35 million with 350 rounds of ammunition and 5 automatic rifle. The then president asked the police not to continue with the investigation of the then transport minister. Not so. And then we also know that a certain and again I'm not a call name because if you no go in history, you go able to trace who have been then whose position at one point. I go give you no dates. We also know that around that time the person where na been the assistant to the vice president then. And I remember who have been the vice president around 2010. The person when I been in assistant was also implicated and was arrested was arrested not to so. In 2003, now I don't move from that decade day, right? In 2011, right? In 2011, yes, I'll take one more call, but let me just finish the start. In 2011, I remember Odana been again Oda them in Dana Power. In 2011, I remember the 40-foot container of cocaine where arrived now we Watak Weri, protected by a certain person in government, we been attached, we been get government waiver and the name of a major mining company in Salone. I remember in 2011, a 40-foot container we land now we query with cocaine, where the label, the waiver, the name we been there they been attached to a particular mining company now we country, una remember? So I just take una don't memory rain because una remember the sing was saying, say na me on den see, then take them on den lock in a box, but na me on den see. In 2013, now we are coming forward. In 2013, we all day when we hear about a 1.3 ton of cocaine worth $140 million we arrive now one Wigan, right? Now remember that story there? We arrive now Wigan. Usai that container they come out. Now been Salone come out, not so. Maybe some of una go don't forget. 2013, 1.3 tons of cocaine, Wigan, worth 140 million. Una remember? Okay. December last year, I don't read that one day. The driver attached to the Guinean, ambassador to Guinea. Not so. We don't hear beaucoup stories then of cocaine. The truth is that Sierra Leone has become a corridor, a cocaine corridor, and there is no doubt about it. The question we can continue for ask now, so and what will continue for ask is that when una they see some people then they live a certain lifestyle in that country, they drive a certain car, they build some certain house them. And una can't place una finger on exactly na whose business then they do, na whose work then they do, way for generate then that kind income, they for live that kind lifestyle then they. I think you have your answer. When una they see young people then like we say, or even younger than we, they play with some kind money. They play with some kind house, they play with some kind luxury, some kind lifestyle. Uno begin ask yourself, where did this sudden wealth generate from? When you see a civil servant, when not being get day, Zunto to Zinti, not being dena in name, but can now boast of 5 houses, 10 houses, 2 cars, 4 cars. Begin to ask yourself, is the lifestyle commiserable to their paycheck? And if it is not, where is this money coming from? Where is this wealth coming from? Make a pause, make a take the call, and then we go finish this.
Yes,
Caller,
thank you so much. I call from Virginia.
Yes, go ahead, please.
I can always talk say this radio station or this TV station now the sun or now the sun now we country where the supply we generate. May God bless you now, God bless you, our family, and bless Mr. Cargo, and bless you, and bless everybody with at the station, with the gateway. I'm so much sorry because I've been asleep. I set me time for that week in the time of the start, but just week. But not so we talk about cocaine. I just listened to your own submission. The one will be happen under APC time. Let me say the world will be that too much advanced. Like I will see so now too much advanced within the happen. You understand? But then it's kind of they be kind of transparent a little bit because no but that. Then fire the ministers them and then fire some people them. They also people are accountable. We all see that one day, and we all see where the people say then destroy them, they then burn them. But this difference with this particular government also, they're not we ever admit say that cocaine in that country. They not ever admit. I will get that first clear. They not ever admit. Any other they come to cocaine, they don't cancel. They pretend like say that not happen. You understand? Now the problem is they eat too money, they life away, and they try for poor people in that country. There. This one also now when the occasion of Conakry, so now he comes back this old one because all the nagis are you know where they say the life away and deny. And nobody is responsible for say that they didn't charge of this year. So the vice president will come, he will check your own lie. The information minister will come and make your lie. All might make their own lie. They don't ever admit. And the one that advance so much, you understand. Let me say if my own papa be there, not be go school or not be build house, and not me say I was still reflect against my papa will not be go school or not be build house. So if I can improve them, would expect say with this government will come, they're supposed to make improvement for the people there. You understand? Now something happen, everybody they know. Why they not go hold somebody responsible? And look, this could keep my household. They all know that they deny. Then continue for deny, and they pull them back. The name of the key, say na in at the mind them Umar. Then they come back, they say na in. You understand? And if they don't know say na in, why not produce this man that we all know say that the government is trying your best for radicalists this year so out of the country. But they fail to do that. You understand? But like what the reason why more reason is now for you and the entire team, let not say too much for the cookie business so let's stop, let's minimize. Because now what would they pay the media so for talk for that? I know the seller they will see say, oh, something down, they will begin see things for let the seller. So that the more reason and they so because we're not get opposition in that country again, another again. So now with the class say that the opposition. So if we not set too much for this cookie business, trust me, go to farm. I want to reflect, we will talk about the one apple presently. Because for anytime, this one SLPP they want. They want anything they want, not to talk say, not to talk say APC about we do, APC we do them. That's what they declare it. But we concentrate to them, they tell us what something will happen today. We're not going to say that so APC will do, SLPP they do. They will say that to them, but they put them belly for APC. So now allow the focus on to them. Because it's supposed to change. Oh, I make you vote in. In a time, now you vote in. They're supposed to improve the people life in that country and stop cookie business. You understand? Now they say today, Angi Boku. For this particular government to cook Boku, would they call the musician, they let them sing, let them be opposition now, let them sing, say, Angi Boku, yes, for APC. But this government has to cook Boku, who suppose when they call them by the name. True, with him. And I will stop and talk with that. I mean, he's under a call, now listen to the poor, may God bless you, God bless our family, and we'll continue for listening.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. So, as I dey round up, really, because we don't reach the 2-hour mark and we don't pass the 2-hour mark, I just decide for give on a small bonya today in stretching the program a bit. The truth is, like I say, if you see somebody where you clearly know say the lifestyle where the person dey live, it's not commensurable to in salary. It's not commensurable to in business where he say he dey run or the thing where he dey do. And all of a sudden, he dey live a certain lifestyle. Uno question who side that money come on, who side that wealth they come on. Make we left this shumu na corner and then all man set much, all man ignore, all man take care of him business. That attitude they really, that's what has led us to this point. It's not like Sierra Leone has the golden how they call and stick, the golden one for solve the drug problem. Because like I say, we get porous borders them. But make we institute some safeguards them now we land here and see, because when I know for say inside Salone there are 3 ways of accessing the Republic. We not to so it dey happen for Boku other country them, but for we get 3 type pattern where we dey access the Republic, and so we need for make sure say we put safeguards them in place, we put tight security measures them in place for protect the poor man, because not for the gentleman them again, they can always find a way to escape when the 2 elephants them meet up and then begin. What I am afraid of is that it becomes so much so that we get a situation where we dey see na Mexico or where we dey see na Colombia open gunfire, with automatic rifles, or situations that we don't see na places like Jamaica with open automatic rifle gunfire. Do ya a big? We don't traumatize too much. The first trauma we don't heal from a mate. So make we not come put ourselves inside Dombolo where, at the end of the day, no get for born good picking. No get for born. So to the authorities, to whosoever is involved or know something, do ya sorry for una generation them. You might think you can fly your family somewhere there and there. They won't not answer again. The one not answer again. Usa you do you bad, they expect you for payday. If you even on a way go other side, then they go fend you there for make you pay. So do ya make we not encourage this transnational. Like I say, it is already too late. Sierra Leone is right in the thick of it. It is already too late, but that does not mean it cannot be minimized. Because even as of right now, the biggest question that we should ask ourselves is, who authorized Lijeka for come to the country? How he can at the country? Through which means he can at the country? Someone, I don't care if for somebody they say it targets someone facilitated this, and they facilitated it through a particular means. That helicopter will land na Estin. Waiting that helicopter they been come with. Who that been there inside that helicopter day? The thing that where them fell na the helicopter, na ain't no more been there. Let us continue to ask questions. And my question remain, for what we know to be the truth, who said the truth? For what reason did they say the truth? For what we know could be coded language that needed to be deconstructed. Why was it important for the message to be coded? And to whom was the message destined? These are some of the questions them where are they left for now with today. But the other thing we go on for say, do ya, in all of this way they go on, if waiting ayeri na true, do ya, violence against a woman in any shape or form or for any reason is never justified. So do ya. So that person we commit that violence day, because tempers are flaring right now, tempers are wild. Do ya remember, violence against women has no form of justification. Me fumble them until we meet again next week. May God bless you all. May God bless Mama Salone, and make we all collectively truly aspire for the good of that nation. And for make that nation they come on top and be the winner and not seem as the loser. We are very committed to that nation for the betterment, for the prosperity, for its elevation. But we can only do so with sincerity, fairness, openness, transparency, accountability, right, and truth, especially truth. May God bless you all. Until next time, Onotata.
So we say make we drive kush na salon, but we life
That is survive, yeah now. What's if they do? What we bother them, they die. Push on down the hill, now them body just they try. So foot at them body, they and now they just they cry. Now we bother them foot so they swell, now why? I don't know if now the chemical or what's in them they put. Best now for avoid them, nothing but the truth. Other food and they for it, come up and kush. We say bring this message so you too work for you. On the
Every day we dey lost it man their life because of good.